the American Association of Diabetes Educators at 1-800-TEAM-UP-4, or go to diabeteseducator.org and click on About Diabetes Education. Your spouse or significant other, your close friends, and your adult children or other family members are also important members of your healthcare team. While these members of your team can't provide you with the expertise offered by your doctor or diabetes educator, they can play an essential role in helping you keep on track with your diet, exercise, medication, and blood glucose monitoring. They can provide healthy food options, exercise with you, or make sure you have something fun to do after a trip to the doctor's office. Perhaps most important, they can remind you on a daily basis that you're not alone in this process. If you already know who some of your team members are, take a minute now to write down their contact information in the space provided in Chapter 1 of your resource guide. Understanding diabetes is the first step towards living a healthy lifestyle.
The more you know about diabetes, what causes it, and what resources exist for people living with diabetes, the more you'll be able to manage your condition.
Healthy eating is the process of making food choices that best support diabetes self-management and your overall health.
And healthy eating will not only help you maintain a healthy weight, it will also help you to manage your blood glucose levels. Food is an important and pleasurable part of life, but not everyone gets excited about the idea of healthy eating. Changing your eating habits can be difficult at first, but healthy eating doesn't mean that you can't eat your favorite foods. It just means eating less of the foods that aren't good for your body and more of the foods that are. Unlike fad diets, which rarely focus on nutrition, healthy eating is about balancing nutrition and taste with portion control. By working with your registered dietitian and diabetes educator, you can create a meal plan that supports your own weight goals, health needs, and includes foods you like. You can find a lot of recipe ideas for your new meal plan in the free recipe book, available at a2zhealth.com/diabetes. All food is made up of 3 groups: carbohydrates, proteins, and fat. Many foods also contain important vitamins and minerals.
Let's look at each of the food groups and how they affect your body. Carbohydrates are the most important food group to watch if you have diabetes, because they raise your blood glucose levels. While many sweet foods have lots of carbohydrates, so do many other foods, such as bread, potatoes, grains, milk, yogurt, fruits, and even vegetables. However, not all carbohydrates are bad, which is a common misconception. When reading the nutrition label on foods, you'll see the term total carbohydrate, which includes all 3 types of carbohydrates: starches, sugars, and fiber. Starches are also called complex carbohydrates. Foods with high starch content include some vegetables, like potatoes, corn, peas, lima beans, legumes like lentils and black-eyed peas, grains like rice and barley, and grain products like bread. Sugars do not raise blood glucose levels any more than starches. Sugars include molasses, syrups, processed sugars like table sugar and powdered sugar, and natural sugars like those found in fruit or milk. Many foods with added sugar like cookies, cake, and ice cream have very few nutrients and a lot of fat and calories. But foods with naturally occurring sugars, like fruits and vegetables, are usually also good sources of nutrients. Fiber is the part of plant-based foods that your body cannot digest. While this may not sound like a good thing, it really is.
Yeah, fiber actually keeps your digestive system healthy and helps you feel satisfied after you eat. Fiber-rich foods include fruits and vegetables, especially those with edible skin, like apples and tomatoes, those with edible seeds, like berries, whole grains, beans or legumes, and nuts. Because these foods absorb into your bloodstream more slowly than other carbohydrates, they can help you maintain healthy blood glucose levels. So we encourage you to add fiber to your diet. There are also fiber-rich breads, pastas, and other foods available that help you eat the foods you love while controlling your carbohydrate intake. The average adult should eat 25 to 30 grams of fiber each day, but most Americans only get about half that. The second group in food, protein, often comes from animals and animal products, such as meat, fish, eggs, milk, cheese, yogurt, and other milk-based items. You can also get protein from foods like pinto beans, black beans, kidney beans, lentils, black-eyed peas, nuts, seeds, and from soy-based products like tofu. While protein doesn't pose the same issues with raising glucose as carbohydrates, many protein foods have a lot of saturated fat and cholesterol, which may raise blood cholesterol levels. To make sure you're eating healthy proteins, choose lean meats that are baked or grilled, not fried. Fish and seafood often have less saturated fat than land animals. Chicken is healthier without the skin. And some vegetable-based proteins may be lower in fat than animal-based proteins. There are 5 kinds of fat: saturated fats, trans fats, monounsaturated fats, polyunsaturated fats, and omega-3 fatty acids. Now, saturated and trans fats are the least heart-healthy types of fat. Both of them raise your cholesterol level and should be minimized.
But not all fats are bad fats. Monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats are more heart-healthy. Monounsaturated fats are found in plant-based fatty foods such as avocados, olive oil, and peanuts. Polyunsaturated fats are found in other plant-based oils such as soybean and sunflower oil. Omega-3 fatty acids are the most heart-healthy of the polyunsaturated fats. These fats actually may help prevent clogged arteries and reduce risk of coronary vascular disease. They are found in certain fish, including salmon, albacore tuna, and sardines, as well as in plant foods like tofu, walnuts, flaxseed, and canola oil. For a review of the 5 types of fats and what they do, refer to the Healthy Eating chapter in your resource guide. The target number of daily calories varies from one person to another, depending on a range of factors. Work with your dietitian or diabetes educator to determine the daily calorie count that is best for you. Whatever your daily calorie count may be, your plan will be individualized for you by your diabetes educator or registered dietitian. Since carbohydrates raise your blood glucose, it's especially important to control your carbohydrate intake. Oftentimes, diabetes educators or registered dietitians recommend about 60 to 75 grams of carbohydrates per meal for men. For most women, they recommend 45 to 60 carbohydrates per meal. In addition, a 15 to 30 gram carbohydrate snack may be added for up to 2 snacks a day. Work with your dietitian or diabetes educator to determine the carbohydrate intake that is best for you. One of the best ways to know how much carbohydrate, protein, and fat you're consuming is by reading the labels on packaged foods. Remember that the amounts listed on the label, for example, 41 grams of total carbohydrate, are the amounts in a single serving of the food. Most packages are made up of several servings, so you'll want to pay attention to the serving size and number of servings listed.